3 years have been my experience with teaching in an elementary school. I may forget many of its events and stories, except for the story of Yasser. Yasser was a 9-year-old child in the 4th grade. I used to give them 2 lessons a week. He was thin and always seemed lost in thought, often fighting off sleep. He was very careless about his studies, and even about his clothes and hair. His notebooks also complained of neglect and tearing. I tried many times to get him to take care of himself and his studies, but I didn't succeed much. Neither encouragement nor punishment worked with him. One day, I arrived at school at 6 o'clock, almost an hour before the morning assembly. It was a very cold day, and I was surprised by a sight I will never forget. As I entered the school, I saw 2 small children huddled together in a corner of the yard. Looking from a distance, I saw that they were wearing white clothes that did not protect their thin bodies from the cold. I hurried to them without hesitation, and there was Yasser holding his younger brother, Ayman, who was in the 1st grade, and he was warming his small frozen hands by blowing on them. He rubbed them with his hands. It was a scene I cannot describe, and a feeling I cannot translate. Tears filled my eyes from this moving sight. Yasser, why did you come here at this time? Why aren't you wearing something to protect you from the cold? Yasser pulled closer to his brother and hid his innocent eyes from me, which concealed a lot of suffering and pain that was revealed by a tear I did not expect. I hugged the little one and was saddened by the coldness of his cheeks and the stiffness of his hands. I took the 2 of them to the library. I brought them in and took off my jacket and put it on the little one. What brought you to school this early? Who brought you?
I don't know. The driver brought us.
And your father?
My dad is traveling to the eastern province, and the driver is the one who usually brings us even when dad is around.
And your mom, Yasser? How did she let you go out wearing summer clothes at this time? Yasser didn't answer, as if I had stabbed him with a knife.
Mom is at my uncle's.
Why did she leave you? And since when?
A long time ago.
Is what Ayman says true?
Yes, sir, my mom has been at my uncle's for a long time. My dad divorced her and hit her, and she left us.
And he began to cry and cry. I calmed them down while feeling the bitterness of their suffering and fearing that they would lose trust in their mother or father. But your mother loves you, right?
Yes, and I love her, but my dad and his wife.
Then he continued to cry. What about them? Don't you see your mother, Yasser?
No, I haven't seen her for a long time. I miss her very much.
Doesn't your father allow you to go see her?
He used to allow it, but since he married, he hasn't allowed me anymore.
Yasser, your father's wife is like your mother, and she loves you.
No, sir, my mother is better. She hits us, and she always insults my mother in front of us.
Who helps you with your studies?
No one helps us, and my father's wife tells him that she teaches us.
Who prepares your clothes and food?
The maid. And some days me, because my father's wife prevents her and makes her clean the house. Or she sends her to her family, and I prepare my clothes and Ayman's clothes like today.
Tears welled up in my eyes, and I could no longer bear it. But you are a man and depend on yourself.
I don't want anything from her.
Why didn't you wear winter clothes today?
She prevented me, she said. Take these clothes and go to school now, and threw me out of the room and locked it.
Teachers and students began arriving at school. Don't go to the assembly. I will return to you in a bit. I left them, feeling a pain clenching my heart and tearing at my soul. What have the little ones done? What crime have they committed to be victims of family disputes, divorce, and separation? Where is the mercy? Where is the conscience? Where is the religion? Where is humanity? Questions and questions lingered in my mind. I had heard of many similar stories and read about them in some books, but I always thought there was a degree of exaggeration until I lived through these events. I decided that Yasser and Ayman's case would be my case. I gathered information about them and their mother's family and found out that she lives in Riyadh. I asked the school counselor about Yasser's father and whether he visits him. He informed me that he has written to him and summoned him, but he did not respond. He added that it was strange that their father holds a master's degree. He said about Yasser was very clean and attentive, but suddenly his condition changed in the middle of the 3rd grade. I later learned that it was since the divorce. I tried to contact their father, but I couldn't reach him. He is often traveling. After much effort, I got their mother's phone number. I called Yasser into my room one day and said, Yasser, consider me your uncle or father, and let's try to fix things with your father, and let's start by taking care of yourself. He looked at me without answering, as if he were inquiring about what was required. Surely your father loves you and wants the best for you, and he must feel that you love him and see your interest in yourself and your brother, and that your improvement in school is one of the reasons. He nodded in agreement. Let's start by focusing on your homework. Try hard.
I want to do my homework, but my father's wife makes me not do it.
That's not possible. You're exaggerating.
I'm not lying. She always makes me work in the house and clean the yard.
Believe me, it felt like I was reading a story in a book, or watching a series whose events were woven from fiction. Try not to go home without having completed whatever homework you can. I saw him scared and hesitant, even though he was willing. Yasser, if you improve a little, I will give you a reward. The best reward you could wish for. And there's no need to continue.